Hi everybody, it's Richard Morris here. I'm so pleased to be sharing this platform with Renee and Max, and thanks very much to Marissa for inviting me to share some of my thoughts with you. Today, I wanted to talk about apologizing and apologies and what they mean and how they work. And I'm just sorry that we can't all be together in the church today, but we make the best with what we have. So if we think about an apology, the definition of apology, according to Webster's dictionary, is an admission of discourtesy accompanied by an expression of regret. And an apology as saying sorry first came into common use in around about the 1500s. And originally, an apology was nothing to do with saying you're sorry. An apology was from the Middle English word apologue, or from the French word apologie, which basically was you defending yourself in speech or writing. So if somebody had made an accusation, you had the opportunity to apologize and justify your behavior, but it didn't necessarily mean that you were saying you were sorry. If we look at the psychology of an apology, or industrial psychologists will say that an apology must have the following elements for it to be an effective apology. The science is just wonderful. It says, the industrial psychologists say that an apology must have an expression of regret, an explanation of what went wrong, an acknowledgement of responsibility, a declaration of repentance, an offer of repair, and a request for forgiveness. Now, that's all very clinical and wonderful, but I would suggest that there are some more important things about apologizing. The first thing is that we are not weak when we apologize. To actually apologize to somebody sincerely and open yourself up to the possibility of your apology being rejected is very brave. It takes an act of courage. When you offer to apologize to somebody, you are presenting an opportunity that will take away the discordant energy between you. An apology for different people may contain different things and different opportunities. For example, if you are apologizing to a romantic partner, husband or wife, or girlfriend or a boyfriend, your apology is aimed at maintaining the relationship and firming up the emotional connection between the two of you. If you apologize to a co-worker or your employer, it means you are trying to maintain their trust, and you're trying to make sure that there's no reputational harm that comes to them. If you apologize to a friend, the apology gives recognition to your friend's feelings. You acknowledge that you've hurt them and you've upset them. If you are a parent and you apologize to a child, or any adult, for that matter, that apologizes to a child, you're offering the child a learning opportunity, because you're setting an example as to how they can learn how to behave appropriately when they find themselves in similar situations. If brothers and sisters apologize to each other, it's an acknowledgement that they have respect for each other, because quite often brothers and sisters, with all the trials and tribulations that they go through, they don't really think that their siblings love them, when in actual fact they do. So let's just have a look at some of the emotions that are around when an apology is offered. The person who's apologizing might feel guilt or regret, remorse. He might be fearful of losing the friendship, and he may be concerned that the quality of the relationship is going to deteriorate. And he may also, in extreme cases, be worried about being isolated. The person who's being apologized to may have feelings of hurt, anger, disappointment, lack of respect, And to a certain extent, they may be blaming themselves for the situation that's arisen between the parties that are in conflict. They may feel that it's all about them when in actual fact it isn't. I'd just like to reaffirm that, to apologize is not a sign of weakness. When you open yourself up to the possibility of rejection, you're being brave. You're going through a process of communication and acknowledging hard issues. Maybe there's something about yourself that you really need to change. On an energetic level, when we apologize, the energetic situation can be one of dissonance, which means that the two parties that are having the conflict are basically at different vibrations and they're repelling each other. The situation may be a trigger to previous emotions and hurt and cycles of behavior that either party can be going through. The situation would lead to a separation between the parties involved. There may be fear of consequences, there may be self-worth issues, and as we said before, there are repeating cycles of behavior. So the apology process opens up an opportunity and a chance for a coming together, for a setting up of synchronicity, a better understanding of each other and our perceptions, and the opportunity for forgiveness and release. The apology is an opportunity to bring the situation to some sort of finality. Both parties are held by the situation, and potentially they could be prisoners to these emotions and negative thoughts, which may lead to inappropriate thought patterns and possible beliefs that may be generated by things that are said by others. And just because somebody apologizes, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to forgive them. You can accept the apology without forgiving. The conclusion of the apology and the acceptance or rejection thereof actually brings the situation to an end, and it stops the loops of negative thinking and cycles of thinking and going over what could have, should have, would have, and it replaces it with other more positive thought patterns about understanding the situation that you've been through, looking at the other person's point of view, and being grateful for the opportunity to resolve the situation to the satisfaction of both parties. And by apologizing, we set an example. We set an example by our actions. I've always said that, if you want people to change their behavior, don't tell them what to do. Show them what to do by your actions. And lastly, I'd just like to offer a little bit of hope to those of you who find it quite difficult to apologize. And I'd like to suggest that instead of saying sorry, you substitute sorry with being thankful. Say thank you. For example, I'm sorry I'm late. Thank you so much for waiting for me. I'm sorry I've been distant or irritated with you. Thank you for being there for me. Sorry to keep asking you for things and asking you to help me. And thank you for being there for me. Thank you for helping me. Sorry I made a mistake. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry I can't make it. Thank you for inviting me. Sorry for being distant or preoccupied. Thank you for understanding. Sorry for being emotional. Thank you for loving me. And obviously now, when we are saying thank you instead of saying sorry, there's a change in the dynamics. Because when we apologize, it's I'm sorry. It's all about me. When I say thank you, it's all about the other person, and you're elevating that other person and acknowledging them in a way that makes them feel better about themselves. Whereas the apology, they may acknowledge it, they may accept it, but it's still about you. I'm sorry. But thank you means thank you for being at one with me. Thank you for being my brother or sister. Thank you for being the same as me. And to be thankful and gratitude is the best way of setting up the right types of energy and vibration in your existence, in your being. Once you are grateful and thankful for things, it puts a different spin on your energy, and it connects you in a different way to the universe, and it allows for love to flow into your lives and for you to achieve the things that you want to achieve. So rather say thank you than sorry. But most of all, don't be afraid to apologize. Look at the opportunity that you're giving for the resolution of that negative energy, that negative situation and the conflict. And I would suggest that most of the wars that have taken place over time wouldn't have happened if somebody had had the courage to say, I'm sorry, and offer the first hand of friendship. Well, that's what I have for you today, people, and I hope you got some value out of my thoughts, and I can't wait until the next time we get a chance to speak again, and hopefully that'll be in person in the church. So until then, take care of yourselves and don't be too proud to apologize. Thanks very much.